Back with another update. This is the simulator right now. I've done quite a bit since the last one, detail-wise, and some other stuff. I got these seats out of a van at a pick and pull for $80 for both of them. They're just mounted on two 2x4s with bolts going through to make them high enough. The seatbelt thing wouldn't come off that one. I tried to saw it off, but it's really tough, and the bolt was stuck on there. I think it's welded on there or something. But these seats are nice because they kind of unique. It was hard to find them. I looked for like hours, but they've got armrests on both sides, so you're real comfy when you're flying. And the headrest comes back just far enough. Here's actually a reason I'm using one of the seats particularly for the captain's side, because that one's a little firmer. I don't think it had been used as much, and that one's more soft and feels better to sit on. So yeah, that's why I'm using that one. There's absolutely no difference. I actually put thought into which goes into which side. And plus I actually wanted the seatbelt cable that I got facing this way because it's kind of sharp and I couldn't grind it off or take the bolt out because I think it's welded also. So alright, for the detail on the roof, I added some fake air vents right here. I did that on both sides. Added escape rope holder on both sides. I'm going to put a little red dot in there made out of probably some red paper or something. I cut holes for the speakers. They're for the COM, the GPWS, altitude callout, STCAS, and all that, I guess. Added these two eyebrow window covers since they stopped putting eyebrows in the eyebrow windows in the 737 series. I just put covers instead. Starting to blank out these back windows. I did these raceway covers down here. They're angled a different way than the real ones because my wall goes out instead of stays with the 90-degree angle right here. I could probably fix that, but I'm not going to right now. Same thing on the other side. These aren't painted yet. This one, they're different colors. I'm recycling a lot from the old simulator. That's actually how much I have left now. I pretty much sawed it all up and put it on here. So I'm blanking out that window too. So I've started on the instrument panel. It has the LCDs binded right now, so I can show you what it's gonna kind of look like. I'm probably gonna put glass in between the LCD and the panel so it looks a little more like something sturdy, like you'd see in a cockpit, because they're usually got like protective glass over them, I guess. I haven't cut out the frames completely. Here's just a sample, basically. It's really hard to cut these out straight, so I might not put frames on them. I cut the standby instrument frames out. Probably gotta do a little more finishing on them. They're a little rough around the edges. I'm gonna have to put in more coats of paint on this panel. That's the flaps gauge. These are just rings of PVC pipe that I cut out, and they fit in there. All these screws in it are fake. Well, they're real screws, but I grinded the back down and glued them in there so the back doesn't go through the monitor, because that would be bad. This monitor right here was about an inch too short, so I'm going to cover that with something that's black, and hopefully through the glass it'll just look like LCD down there. It doesn't have anything displayed on it, so the fuel gauges will just be kind of up here instead. Everything will be kind of shifted upward. That's the yaw damper gauge right there. Down here I've got these little sub panels, so I might put the lighting switches in there. What I'm probably going to do is have my AC lights hooked up to one relay and my DC lights hooked up to another one, and the relays will be wired to a Pokies card so they can see if there's AC power or DC power available from ProSim. And then after the relays, it'll probably be wired through the switches then to the lights. So I'll probably get some dimmers of some sort to put in down here. So I don't have to run the dimmers to ProSim, then have all the lights running through ProSim, because I don't see the sense in that. Because even if you can get them to behave like they really would, whatever you shift up here and whatever ProSim does, then you should just run them through some switches instead, unless there's some features I'm not thinking about. So I think there's a left light knob, a center light knob, a right light knob, and then the light strip right here, and the panel lights behind everything. And then I know there's some other knobs that I can connect to potentiometers, and that actually dims these displays right here. For the FMC bay, I'm probably going to install a touchscreen that'll be big enough to display the lower engine display and the FMC. Added pin holders. Put a lot of detail. And added pin holders. I started on the yoke. It's experimental right now. They're kind of linked underward, but not the ailerons. I think I'm going to unlink them entirely because there's just too much give in my system. Right there, it's just basically zoned where it's not, the springs aren't doing anything. It's just too loose. But after that, it feels really nice. And the stops are kind of, it's just too much, there's too much rotation in the torque tube, even though it's tightened down really good to use dual yokes. So I think I'm just going to rig them up to be not dual yokes. So I might even just put the, I might put some gas struts right under the floor on both of them. And then if that doesn't work, because my engineering for mechanical anything is not very good, I can just get a CH yoke and put it there. Because my SATEC, the reason I've cut it off anyway is because it wasn't working right. Just stuck all the time and you couldn't fly with it. Wasn't even fun to fly with it. So yeah. I actually raised the floor about 2 inches. Originally the base was 6 inches, and everybody told me to use 8-inch boards to make the base 8 inches high. But I made it 6 because I didn't think it ever needed 8 inches high. But now I needed it 8 inches high, so I added 2 inches. So, or is that 4 inches? I think it's 2. I have no clue. But anyway, it's higher than what I thought it needed to be, even after people warned me not to do it this way. But that was actually in the old, this is actually the base from the old simulator. It's like the only part I kept, other than the overhead. So yeah, the gear lever is fake. I added these shelves for the instructor station and equipment. It's actually my sound mixer down here. I'm probably going to sell that one. But this one over here, I'm probably going to run all the audio through. Like I'll have my comm coming in, my GPWS coming in, and those will go to these speakers, and I'll have my outside sounds. I'll have all 2 headsets, 2 handsets coming in and mixing down to 1 bus and going back into the computer for the VATSIM, so I can route sound around easily. And I'm trying to find the audio layout of the real 3.7, but doesn't look like it'd be much use in FSX anyway. Here's the back of the panel. I just got some L brackets to hold the monitors in place. I started on my glare shield. This is it right now. It's just made out of MDF, not painted yet or anything. I'm actually started on the glare wings today. It's just MDF boards all sandwiched together. And I'm going to sand down the edges to make it look nice, and put filler in around it. And then I'll put the lights in right here, and I'll put a foam top on it, shaped like it'll be shaped like that, and it'll come up and be rounded off here, and it's actually made out of foam in the real plans. I've heard and I felt of a glare wing sort of like this in a 757 at an air show, and it was had like a soft feeling to it. I guess it's so pilots don't bump their heads if something happened, or just helps cushion the impact. Not sure. That'll be on the sides right there. I'll put in these handles right here so you can just pull yourself up forward if you need to. This thing's actually pretty sturdy. The ceiling does give a little, but not much. Actually reinforce this so you can press on it and it won't give anymore. If you just see the outside of it, you'd be amazed it looks like this on the inside. Here's the top of it. It's reinforcing boards up at end to make it where you can press on that and it won't fall. Here's the speakers and the fit behind the circles right here. Put the camera down here. You can see where the grill is going to go in, and it's going to look like that. So yeah, I'm starting the glare wing for this side. I'm going to have to order master switches, master caution, master fire, and the 6-packs for these. I think I'm going to build the 6-packs and buy just red and amber push buttons for the master lights, because all the replicas are really expensive, and I found some that are about the exact same size as the replicas, just without the labeling on them. So that would save me a lot of money. Up here I still gotta wire all this. I got a Pokies card for the MCP over here. I started building the tray to hold this. This will mount up under the glare shield right there. I'll put all the knobs in right here. I'm trying to figure out if there's a push function on these. I think there's a push function on the altitude, but I'm not sure. So I was wondering if anybody knew that. I might actually have a push function on the heading to set the bank angle. Put my vertical speed wheel in, and it turns really nice. It doesn't scrape against the edges or anything, so that's good. My auto throttle switch has a momentary in it. It centers, momentary up, momentary down. So instead of having the solenoid, you just flip it up, green light comes on, and then if you press the auto throttle disconnect on the throttle, the green light will flip off. And you can flip it off by pressing it down too. So that instead of using the solenoid, the light just tells you the position. I put the 7 segments in. I don't think I'm going to wire those up at first, but I'm going to add them later. So yeah, and I just have my pedestal. All my junk. Put the rack in. Put my equipment. Blah blah blah. I already said all that. I still got to frame out the afterward. I think I said that. So yeah, here's the SEM basically. Back up some so you can see it. Yep, I had to lift it too. Said all that. I already filmed this like 3 times, so I'm trying to remember if I said it in this particular one or not. So yeah, that's the simulator. See you in the next update, I guess.